episode. It's the year 2018 and we are excited to be back. Whoop whoop! All right, as you know, I'm Lisa Martel and beside me I have...
Vladimir Jean-Gilles. Thank you very much for having me. Happy New Year, guys. It's been the new year, but we haven't. This is our first episode of the year, so I'm excited to be back and talk all the pretty cool subjects with those lovely folks.
Yes, we are very excited. And here we have...
Kevin Bourne. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Wishing you all the best, you and your family. That's it.
Yes, so we are all wishing you a happy new year. 2018 has a lot ahead of it, and we're really excited. But we're just going to dive right into our first discussion, and we are anticipating the movie Black Panther.
Oh, yes.
And as you've heard or may know, that the pre-sales for Black Panther have skyrocketed, surpassing any previous Marvel movies. Now, Vlad, what do you think about this? Are you excited? What are you looking forward to about Black Panther?
I can't wait for Black Panther. Black Panther has been my most anticipated movie of 2018 for like 2 years now since they've announced it, right? The way he was introduced in Captain America: Civil War. I think the Russo brothers did a fantastic job introducing us to that character, and without him having a standalone film prior to being part of a huge ensemble, but he was still a huge part of that movie. For me, it's because I've been a fan of comic books for years, you know what I mean? And I was a fan of comic books before comic books were cool, you know? I remember going to my first day of high school, I had this huge Marvel Civil War t-shirt on me, you know,
right.
And this guy just walked. This is kind of a bully. I was skinnier back then, and this guy just walks up to me and just smacks me in the face like, "What's that comic book t-shirt? Get out of here with that!" And now years later, I thought about it, and it's mostly because in our community we're not represented in those comic books. You know what I mean? That's why I look at it and I think that representation is such a big thing, especially in like the biggest genre in cinema history. Is the comic book genre. It's the highest grossing genre of all time so far. So I think it's a very big deal for people to feel like they're part of that, you know, that diversity is important. So, and also the way that diversity is represented, you know, instead of it's the fact that we're empowering those people rather than putting them in a situation of weakness or whatnot. Like, to me, it's one of the reasons why Black Panther is by far the most important movie to come out in 2018.
Now, we know the success of Wonder Woman. Do you think Black Panther has the capability of being as successful or even more successful than Wonder Woman?
I think it will be even more successful because, first of all, it's a Marvel movie. You know what I mean? And Marvel just has a better track record than DC, you know?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman had to be like... First of all, we still live in a world where women have to do twice the amount of work a man has to do in order to get half of the success, you know? And Wonder Woman had to do that in a cinematic universe that's criticized by fans and critics alike, you know what I mean? That wasn't really well received by its audience. So Black Panther is doing that in a cinematic universe where, they give us a talking raccoon, a machine gun, and a talking tree in a movie, and we're like, yes, Guardians of the Galaxy, we love that movie, you know? So I don't see how they're going to mess up a movie set in the most powerful nation ever created in the Marvel universe. So definitely.
Yeah, Kevin, what are your thoughts?
As Vlad said, it's not every day that as Black people you get a chance to see our faces, especially in the comic book genre. So it's been kind of good to see over the past while. We had Luke Cage, that had a very strong cast. You have this movie, and then you have Lion King coming up with like an all black cast as well. So it's just a good time as Black people to just to be represented in cinema. And I think what we're seeing with Wonder Woman and Black Panther is that these niche markets, like these kind of niche audiences or niche films, like we have like Wonder Woman towards women and Black Panther towards Black people. I think it is empowering, as Vlad said. It's empowering to see your people on the screen, and you're also seeing that there's money to be made in these kinds of films, like looking at Wonder Woman as a film that was about a very strong woman. We're seeing that women will go out and actually watch a comic book movie, and people who are not a part of that demographic will also go watch a woman on the big screen. I think also with Black Panther, what people are seeing is that Black people, when they want to, will spend money. If Black people are represented on screen, we will reward companies with our money. So yeah, I think it's great, and looking forward to seeing it.
Awesome. So we'll be hitting the theaters opening day.
Go ahead.
Question
for you. Do you think it's going to change do you think it's going to have the impact that Wonder Woman has had in 2017 in the world of cinema. Because as Wonder Woman came out, like you have all these strong women who actually came out and shared those allegations towards men who were actually overpowering. Do you think like it's actually gonna change, have that kind of impact in the black communities? Because you look at it, like most of the excuses that studios or whatnot have for not, promoting diversity in their films, they say, I don't think it's going to hit the market the way we want. I don't think it's going to make money. I don't think it's going to work, But now you've proven with Wonder Woman, in 2017, the three biggest films were female-led. Beauty and the Beast, Wonder Woman, and Star Wars. Now you won't be able to use that as an excuse if Black Panther makes money.
Yeah, and I think people will respond, and I think people will respond partly out of protest. Because I think when you look at Wonder Woman and Black Panther, those are two groups that have felt, especially in the climate and society today, have felt very marginalized. Even when you look at Donald Trump, some of the groups that feel victimized by even the president are black people and women. And I think those movies are very timely with where I think society is, with where especially the United States is. So I think in light of some of the comments that the president has said about, countries like Haiti and Africa, I think this is almost like an FU type of, I think black people will be like, yo, we're gonna go watch this movie and we're gonna make this movie do well and say, screw you, Mr. Trump type of thing. But yeah, so I think this will be, I think it will definitely be empowering for black people, because we just don't see ourselves on screen, especially in positive roles, like with this, character. Black Panther, you're talking about a king.
He's not a gangster. Yeah. He's not broken. He's not
someone who's very intelligent. Someone who's wealthy. Someone who's a person of influence. And I think it's been a while since we've seen that kind of character on TV. The last thing we had was Bill Cosby and the Cosby Show, and that's been tarnished. So but this is a positive role model. So I definitely think it will have the impact that Wonder Woman had, or at least it has the potential to have that impact.
Well, according to sales, looks like it's on its way.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I'm really excited about, is the fact that even for my friends, right, because we're actually doing this quick event where on the 15th, on the 16th, we're actually going to go ahead and all dress up in our African and Caribbean attires and whatnot and go see Black Panther together, you know what I mean? And to me, like, that experience of being there with like a certain community of people and just enjoying that with them is actually a very big deal for me. And I'm looking at it, and the movie's has a month yet to go before it comes out, and I'm looking at the D-box seats at the Lansdowne Cinema, and we bought every single ticket. You know what I mean? Like, me and my friends have bought every single tickets for the first viewing. So
I think it'll definitely even impact. Like, think about me and with my kids, because we didn't obviously didn't grow up with these kind of characters in theater, but the fact that my kids are growing up in a world where they can look at a hero. They can't see that kind of hero on the big screen. They're probably either going to be going to even now you go to Toys R Us, you're seeing Black Panther toys.
Well, see, that's why I made that post the other day, when I was like, it just hit me that one day when I have kids, I'll be able to buy them Black Panther action figures.
Yeah.
That really gave me, like, I almost shivered actually at the thought. I was like, oh my god, like, they're gonna get to play with Black Panther figures.
And not just even Black Panther itself, because obviously there's a whole bunch of different characters, right? So they'll probably be like, toys for little girls, based on the female characters as well. So I think you're gonna have, and that's a big complaint. Like, how come they're not more Black Barbies, and how come they're not, So I think with this movie, you're gonna see a whole line of merchandise that
geared towards that community,
that kids, and the real power of it isn't if Black kids buy those toys, but when white kids or Chinese kids say, I want a Black Panther toy. Yeah. Like, that's a real breakthrough. When other groups say, you know what, it's weird, because it's like, we see Black Panther as almost our own, but if Black Panther can transcend race and become a toy that kids want to...
Just like Wonder Woman actually transcending gender. Like, people talk about it like it's just a female accomplishment. It is. Don't get me wrong. But you have little boys who are looking at Wonder Woman like, I want to be like her. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you actually know, like, the success that your brand has accomplished, because you have little boys looking at Wonder Woman like, she's cool. I want to hang out with Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Yeah. I left Justice League thinking, like, I would want to hang out with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, me too.
If I could pick one of them to save the world, I'd pick Wonder Woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, this, I think I hope that it's gonna have this impact. So far, it looks like it has. It has that track record where it's heading towards that. And yeah, we'll see.
It's nice to see the impact and the diversity that's going to come, especially now with 2018 and everything that's progressed so much the way it has. Wonder Woman has been a great impact on young girls, women, boys, everyone, and hoping with Black Panther that will be the influence that you both have just spoken about, right?
I was thinking, we hope a whole bunch of kids that, like, after hearing Trump's comments about, you know, the shithole countries, I'm sure there'll be a whole bunch of people looking at the movie saying, oh, they don't live. That place is actually nice.
Wakanda's pretty cool, you know what I mean? Yo, I actually want someone that, I saw that post the other day, someone asking that they were going to pay whichever reporter, like $300 if they actually went on during a press conference and asked Donald Trump, like, what do you think a relationship with Wakanda is gonna be like due to after, like, you know, such and such thing has happened or whatever? And we want to see Trump replying like, well, I have an amazing relationship with Wakanda. The Wakanda, they love me, Wakanda. I want to see that happen.